store filmeventyr. Akkurat det skjedde med Rupert Grint. I 10 år og gjennom 8 filmer har han vært hele verdens Ron Weasley eller Ronny Wiltersen. Og nå er han her. Ta ham vel imot! Thank you.
Thank you.
Rupert.
Hi.
You are here in Norway to promote the movie Into the White, and I observed you on the red carpet on Sunday, and I noticed how people have a tendency to go quite crazy when you arrive.
Yeah.
Have you gotten used to it?
I don't think it's something I'll ever get used to. It's very weird because it's really not kind of like that all the time. It's only I get that in kind of short little moments when I'm on like kind of those kind of events, and it's very overwhelming. Yeah, it's just people knowing your name and screaming. It's just it's quite surreal, but it's quite fun as well. I enjoy it.
But it has been part of your life for many years, and I've been thinking because my son is a huge Potter fan. He's 10, and I've been thinking that if he had experienced what you experienced, that he would be given a part in the Harry Potter movies, he would probably lose it.
Yeah.
He would probably go crazy, actually. How did it affect you, the child?
Yeah, it was a very strange time. I mean, I was about 10, a huge fan of the books, and you know, I'd done no acting before. It was just kind of school plays and stuff, and yeah, I sent this video in to the production company where I did this rap of how much I wanted to be in the film, and yeah, I sent that off, and then it was a few auditions, and then and it was literally kind of over the next few days, my life completely changed, and it was a real adjustment because I'm one of 5, and it was a real adjustment for the whole family, really.
And you have been fascinated, obviously, by this whole universe of Harry Potter and all the props and the wonderful sets, to the extent that you actually became a thief.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Confess.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm not proud of this, but it was. Yeah, it was about 4th film. There was. I don't know if you probably remember. There was a golden egg because it was the Triwizard tournament, and this dragon had laid a golden egg, and it was just kind of laying there. And it's a really cool prop because it kind of opens up and it's like all
it's
glass
beautiful,
inside.
isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, I just picked it up, and I mean, it's quite big. It's kind of that size, so it wasn't easy to get away with. But I then realised that there'd been a big kind of panic about this egg because it was worth about $20,000, and they were going to put it in a museum, and I had to kind of anonymously turn it back in.
But they didn't give you a little something for all the effort? Didn't they give you like a little magic wand or a broom or, I don't know, a sweater or something?
No, actually, on the last day, they did give us all a little prop. It was they gave me the thing that Dumbledore left in his will to Ron. It was called a deluminator, which is the little light.
You can turn off the light with it?
Yes, that's right.
Does it work?
No, it doesn't work, unfortunately. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What was it like when you realised that you were actually shooting the very last scene in the very last film? Were you aware of that? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on when you're on a set. Yeah,
it was. Yeah, I didn't really think about it. It was just, it was something that we all knew it was going to end someday, and it had been literally kind of 10 years, kind of full on, a huge part of my life, and suddenly it was just going to come down to one scene, and it would all be going away, and it was the last day was quite emotional actually. It surprised me how kind of upset we all got because it was realising that it would be the last time we'd all be together on a set, and yeah, it was quite sad. I do miss it. I miss it now, but yeah, you have to move on.
You have moved on, and you have come to the stage where you choose other parts in other movies, and that's why you're here now, because you're playing in a Norwegian movie called Into the White. I'm now going to talk a little bit in Norwegian.
Okay.
Don't be offended. Into the White altså filmen. Den basert på virkelige hendelser. Dette skjedde under andre verdenskrig. Et tysk og et engelsk fly skyter hverandre ned over den norske fjellheimen. 3 tyske og 2 engelske soldater tvinges til å overleve i samme lille hytte ute på Snaufjellet. Se her.
Who are you? A British officer and his airman. Our aircraft was shot down.
I don't suppose there's any chance of a spot of tea.
You're now officially prisoners of the Third Reich.
Sollten wir sie nicht erschießen?
Nein,
Warum nicht?
wir sind keine Hottentotten schwarz.
Jeg gikk på et utbrent tysk fly.
Hi.
Mannskapet?
Vet ikke. I'm a British officer, and I have no intention of taking orders from you.
Wake up, Captain! And you, go to your bed.
Not a very sporting gesture.
This is war, not a silly game in your country club.
You win the pissing contest, Stig. Congratulations.
May I introduce you to the beautiful Norwegian countryside?
Ja, og en av de tyske soldatene altså ingen ringere enn Stig Henrik Hoff, som nå har tatt plass. Velkommen hit, du også.
Hjertelig takk.
We have to do this in English, you know, to be polite with our guest here.
You can do it in German if you want to.
This is your first German-speaking role. Did you enjoy doing that?
Of course, it's fantastic to be I mean, first of all, you're in a situation like that, and then you can start to speak German. I mean, I was offered by Peter Ness. He just phones me up and says, I have this character for you. He's German. He don't know how to ski. And I said, oh, that's cool, I can, because I know how to ski, but I don't know German. It's okay, and then of course we started out to work with my lines and with everything. I had a coach, a German guy, and luckily these 2 German pilots been with me, whom are fantastic actors and also helping me out with my accent. So to play in German and say, I mean, it's fantastic. It's fantastic because it's a powerful language, and for me as an actor to move on, I mean, I like speaking English as well. It's not like a problem. As an actor, it's funny to play different parts.
Yeah. So for you, it was the German speaking that was the attraction. But how about you? I mean, you get offered many different movies and many different parts. Why did you choose to go for this one, for Into the White?
It just really appealed to the story. I love the story, and it just seemed like such a different thing to do. And it was a time when I just finished the last film, and it just seemed like it would be a really interesting, fun experience. And yeah, it was.
But this story is like what we call, I'm sure you know the notion of hyttetur, trip into the cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because normally in Norway it's like this. You go to the cabin, you're good friends, and you end up wanting to kill each other. Whereas here it's the other way around. You start off by wanting to kill each other, and then you become friends.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's totally correct. And the thing is that it was a chamber play when we are stuck in this cabin in the middle of nowhere with the wind holding on the outside. And it's a fantastic way of actually doing, because it was like a theater play. We're an ensemble. We're all stuck in there. And we had such a great time because every time we invited the crew in and we said that, okay, guys, now we are ready, because then we had rehearsed the whole play. I mean, that little scene that we were doing. And we were doing this kind of like theater show, saying, okay, here, you can sit over there, and now we will do our play, and this is the troupe, and
bit like school theater, isn't it?
Yeah, actually. And they all were really like into it when we were playing it, and of course working on where to put the camera, where to put the sound, where to do the makeup and all those things. So it was, we had a great time doing this theater play while we were shooting the film. So.
You have an awful lot of experience with magic wands and flying brooms, etc. What about cross-country skiing? Is that part of the training
yeah, that was
back
a
home?
new one. I'd never skied before. I think I was the only one in the crew that had never skied.
Okay.
So it was my first kind of attempt at that, and it was really hard. I found it really difficult. it just...
They always say that.
They always say that.
I'm glad you're saying this, because we have proof of your skiing skills. Dere skal få se nok et lite klipp fra Into the White.
I think we better go. I'm starting to like you.
Go. I'll show you what downhill skiing's all about, Maisie.
Was that acting or the best you can do?
Yeah, that was actually, I think that's the furthest I actually got without falling over. Yeah. It was impossible. In fact, they had to do a lot of scenes of me just standing on a box, pretending to ski.
Did you try to teach him?
No, that train left the station. Sorry to say. But the thing is that it's not so easy to learn skiing when you have wooden skis. I mean, they are shitty prepared. And the snow is like skadeføre and nysnø. So it's very unlucky for him to try to stand on that. And we even didn't have skiing shoes on. We had our army boots in those things. So it was, but I think he did a great job.
Yeah. You're excused. But I'm focusing on the skiing here, because I know that you've chosen a new role that you're going to do, where there's skiing involved as well. Another kind of skiing, though.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
Well, yeah, this is the Eddie the Eagle story of his kind of ski jumping role in the Olympics. So yeah, it was...
Eddie the Eagle being, for those who don't know, a British legendary mediocre ski jumper,
yeah.
Or lousy, can we say?
Yeah, he was the only British ski jumper that year, and he was a really brave guy.
But you have been in Oslo now, and you've had the chance to do some research at the Holmenkollen ski jump.
Yeah.
Have you now regretted that you accepted this role?
Well, I'm hoping that I won't actually be doing the jump. There'll be another ginger lookalike to be doing that thing. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Rupert, it was great to have you here.
Thank you. Yeah,
and welcome back as Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah.
Takk skal du også ha, Stig Henrik Hoff.